news, comments, and videos with your name and town to the One Africa TV's WhatsApp on 081 200 6659 or send an SMS to 555. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
Maybe we need to contact Al Jazeera and let them expose the other rot in the city of Windhoek, who, despite their clear mandate to enhance the quality of life for all of Windhoek's people by rendering efficient and effective municipal services, is doing so at a very sluggish pace. The trinkets that our leadership dangle in our faces with each election, land, peace, prosperity, blah, 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 remain a contentious issue. And the lockdown regulations have shown us exactly who is serving who. Those things that we Africans have swept under the carpet are now forming heaps, and introspection is the order of the day. Fed-up resident turned activist Rieta Shipanga alerted us to the plight of residents of Ochomise 7de and Achterlaan, who say that despite having occupied land in the area for more than a decade, are now seeing the electrification of just some of the areas, which includes mostly those who erected their shacks just in the past 5 years. After 30 years of independence, more than 70% of Windhoek, the capital city of Namibia's population, live in shacks.
The problem here, they register his group. City of Windhoek people tell these people there is no land to put these houses in order, because the houses are standing so fast, as you can see. If one house is burned, then more than 6 or 7, 8, 9 years, 9 houses will be burned. That was the problem. They say they also need that houses must be putting in the order. They say there is no land in Sibandeland and Achterland, but they are busy to build houses. My question and what I'm asking is, at which land are they busy to build houses? Here in our location, they are more than 10 years. This area, silent group, peoples, our city of Windhoek and government, I'll just give the people who are maybe making the businesses like the flats. Flats is for our business. And we, the people who are not having the money, will never, maybe 5 or 4 years. But they first start, they will give them, and that side is Oshibampo people who are there. And most of them who are here are Tamaranamas and Heroros who are here in this block. They say they will give that 100 or 200 electricity. They will start there. Why don't they give the 50% that side, 50% this side? Then it will be fixed fair.
The lack of service delivery in the city of Windhoek, once dubbed Africa's cleanest city, has seen Namibians demonstrate, and residents of Ochomise 7de and Achterlaan have decided to speak out after their attempts to get responses from the city appear to have fallen on deaf ears.
I said no. In Ochomise, play ons in Ochomise Achterland for no 10 jaar. Waar ons bly in die sinkhuise. En die meeste probleem wat ons het nou, die mens, ons het nog nie toilet nie, daar is nie development nie, wat ons ontvang nie. Soos wat hulle praat altyd in die meeting wat hulle hier by mekaar kom, en daar is niks wat. So die stink, die location, dit gaan nou baie stink. En oor die hulle is wat gekom het, ons is nie so happy nie oor dit nie. Dit gaan nou erg met violence nou.
En hierdie plek is daar baie probleme. Jy weet, as daar iets in jou keel is, of miskien 'n stok, of jy sluk iets wat ongemaklik is in jou keel af, en die ding gaan sit vas in jou keel. Dis hoe dit voel vir ons wat hier so woon. Dis asof daar iets in jou keel dwars lê. So ons is baie ongelukkig hier so. As ons praat van development, is daar geen ons het meer as 10 jaar op hierdie grond, maar as u sien, soos daar, waar hulle besig is om nou, ons sien net reg rondom ons, word daar geboue, luxe geboue, en hierdie, dis net flats oral wat gebou word. Maar as het kom hier so, op hierdie grond, en by ons, is daar geen vooruitgang nie. En ons is diep ongelukkig. Die huise wat deur mekaar staan hier, gestel nou hier gebeur iets tussenin, dan as die ambulans kom, of die polisie, dan weet hulle nie waardeur of hoe hulle by die volgende huis moet uitkom nie. Die toilettariewe, hier het ons 1, 2, 3 ashobe gehad. As mense kon ons nie, want die pie en alles word hier weggegooi. Ons kan nie eet nie, die reuk was te sterk en ongesond vir ons. Toe moes ons nou onze kragte inspan en hierdie 2 ashope het ons by force verwyder. Dit het hiervoor hierdie oop plekkie voor ons huise het die ashoop gesit. Die volgende was net amper voor Petra se plek daar. Die derde ene is by sy huis op die hoek. As jy nou soon toe gaan, dan sal jy sien en gaan afneem, sal jy sien wat alles die mense daar kom weggooi. Dis baie ongesond.
Ons is meer as 10 jaar op hierdie grond. Ons het so lank gesaar, ons wil ook nou 'n komitee gemaak dat ons bietjie spaar en kan munisipaliteit vra, hoe kan ons gaan nou die munisipaliteit? You must be patient until tot wanneer sal ons be patient? Nou ons weet nie, ons skryf briewe, maar ons kry nie die antwoorde nie. En after dat is nou die groot vroumense hier so, maar die toiletgeriewe is nie hier nie, is bietjie ver vir die vroumense. Hulle moet nou die altyd heel dag seker as hy in die hand is, dan moet jy die vroumense help om die emmers hier vanaf na omtrent 'n paar en kan tot die laaste die pad kan this side of the road. Ons moet daar gaan die emmers uitgooi in die toilet. Daar moet jy nou as jy nou kinders siek is, dan kan jy nie nou sê nee sit hier nie, maar die huis is aannamebaar.
Ons is nou in 'n situasie waar ons weet ons almal dis COVID-19 en ons het ook ons werke verloor. Ek myself wat hier staan doen domestic work. Ek is 'n domestic worker en deur hierdie disease, terrible disease wat vir ons gevang het ek ook my werk verloor. En nou sit ek net by die huis sonder werk. Maar ons verlange en wat as 'n jong meisie kyk ek waarvan ek gekom het toe ek jong was. En nou wat ek staan, my moeder self het nie plek gehad nie. En wat ons nou veg en wat ons nou vra vir ons leiers is dit wat met ons gebeur het, laat dit nie met ons kinders sal gebeur nie. En laat die leierskap na ons toe terug moet kyk en laat ons ook ons ten minste 'n plekkie kry waar ons kan sê dit is ons eiendom. As ons eendag gaan sterwe, wil ons ook hê dat ons kinders ook plekke moet hê. Soos op hierdie geval het ons nie ons eiendom nie. Dat ons kan sê dit is ons eie huis, dit is ons eie plek nie. Want op die oomblik sit ons by 'n plek waar ons ook genoem word, ons is aanlikkel. Die ander mense wat ook by munisipaliteit hier. Maar soos ons baie dinge en gossipings hoor, die mense, dit behoort nie ook aan hulle nie, maar hulle rent ook by munisipaliteit. So, maar namens ons sal en heel groep, wil ons vra vir die leiers, dat hulle ook na ons sal moet kyk. En dat ons toch ook onze eie plekjes moet kry, waar ons kan sê, dit is onze plek, dit is ons huis, en wanneer ons gaan sterwe, laat ons weet, dit wat ons oorgekom het, dat dit nie met onze kinders moet gebeur nie. Laat onze kinders ook hulle sy eie plekens moet hê. So leiers kyk dan na ons toe, ons smeek uit ons harte uit. Laat ons ook 'n plek kry waar ons kan sê, dit is plek, waar ons eie toiletgeriewe het, waar ons eie water het, waar ons in die ander dinge in die huise ingaan en ons krane oopmaak en water kan dring uit ons krane uit. En laat ons kan toilets kry waar ons weet, ons gaan in. Dit is so ongesond hier beide waar ons is. Ons praat van COVID-19, waar dit baie verskriklik is, waar hierdie siekte regtig ons sien mense sterwe. En ons is in die vrese gevange. So laat hulle moet, ons sien hulle is besig, ons is dankbaar ook vir dit wat hulle vir ons gedoen het. Ons wil nie sê hulle het niks gedoen nie, maar ons wil sê baie dankie vir die wat hulle al gedoen het. Maar ons vra ook dat hulle nou moet begin aan ons sal moet kyk. Laat ons ons eie plek hê waar ons sê, dit is ons eie plek.
Insurance is the best safety net you can buy yourself. It is something good you do for yourself because should anything happen to any of your assets, you will be okay. Luckily, it also doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. More affordable, yet still reliable options are available in Namibia. The right insurer will get you financially prepared for accidents or emergencies with insurance for your phone, car, buildings, or your business. Let the Good Deal Namibia help you stretch your dollar by directing you to the one insurer that promises decreased premiums the longer you are insured. For a quote, simply SMS INSURE to 555 and we will call you back.
Residents of the city of Windhoek living in Ochomise, Sewende and Agsterlaan constituencies have long lamented service delivery, having lobbied politicians and their representatives. After more than a decade of living in shacks with no ablution services and no electricity, they've decided to take a stand.
Ons sal nie regtig 100,000 kan bekostig nie. Ons sal ook nie 50,000 kan bekostig nie. Nog minder, miskien 30,000. Want 'n domestiek worker kry maar net, as die persoon se hart goed is, dan kry die persoon maar $100. Want soos dit al gesê was dit gesê, baie van die mense waarvoor ons werk sê, julle moet nog dankie sê, ons gee vir julle R100. Maar baie van die mense kry nog R80 en daai bedrag wat die government gesê het, ons moet hulle ek dink dis R65, 'n loon wat hulle gesê het. So wat maak ons met dit? Wat word van ons kinders? Ons wil ook sien dat ons kinders moet leer, hulle moet universities achieve, dit wat ons nie gehad het nie. Ons het dit nie gehad nie en ons wil nie sien dat ons kinders daaronder moet lê nie. So laat ons leiers na ons toe moet kyk. En laat ons ook kan voel ons het leiers daar bo. Ons kry honger, ons kry swaar. So kyk na ons toe, laat ons ook kan weet daar is leiers wat regtig na ons toe kyk. Van ons hoor net goed, maar ons sien nie dat baie dinge verander nie. Sien ons net daar word huise gebou. Ons kan nie daardie huise bekostig nie. Daar word flats gebou, ons kan dit nie bekostig nie. Want ons sit nou op die oomblik sonder werk. Ons weet nie vorentoe of ons nog werk sal het nie. Want soos ons verstaan, die getal gaan net opper en opper. En ons is bang vir ons kinders, ons is ook lief vir ons kinders. So laat die leiers na ons toe kyk en laat ons reg beskerm word. Deurdat ons gehelp word, dat ons elektriese kry, ons 'n proppe huise kry. Alles het net 2 slaapkamerhuis wat ons kan kry. So ons sal appreciate en ons sal hoog waardeer vir ons leiers as hulle na ons toe kyk. En net nie die naam low income gebruik nie. Baie kere dan vra ek vir myself, die mense praat van low income, maar as ons kyk, dan word daar huise gebou, fletse gebou, ons kan dit nie bekostig nie. So laat hulle dinge vir ons doen wat ons kan bekostig. En na ons toe terugkom, nou op ons field terugkom, en net nie vir ons empty promises kom, hou hier op die vlak, waar hulle altyd met ons meetings hou, en dan word dit gesê, hulle sal dit en dit doen, maar dan sien ons nie baie van die goed nie. Hierdie corona-kosse wat uitgedeel is, het ons ook nie baie van ons gekry nie. Baie van ons het nie gekry nie. So ons wil hê, die leiers moet regtig, die mense wat hulle ook daar in die kantoor is, kyk, laat hulle ingaan en begin met die manne praat, en terugkom na ons toe, en kom vra ook, dat ons onze leiers kan sien en onze harte kan oopmaak, ook met hulle.
Die Air Force het nou net by force gevat. Daar is nou nie, daar is nie wat municipaliteit vir ons kom gaan verander nie, om nou die goede nieuws standaard in te set nie. Ja, die erf, hulle het vir ons water gegee, en ons gaan koop water. Nadat die violence gekom, ons koop nou nie weer water nie. Ja, maar die erf is wat ons soek, ons het nog nie erf nie. Maar ander mense se lokasie, hulle het die erf gekry, om hulle daar vir ewig te bly, om hulle se plekke nou te begin bou. So, is die enigste ding wat vir ons altyd nou kost, laat ons nou nie slap in die huis nie. En ons hel dit baie, en ons die toekomst wat ons wil, is vir onze kinders ook. Want onze kinders is groot geraak, en ons bly in die baie lang tyd in die plek, en daar is nou nie verandering nie. Is wat ons nou wil hel, dat die municipaliteit en die government moet aan ons kyk daarvan.
Daar moet ons hierdie toilette hieronder, dis publieke toilets, wat net die ander gedeelte het, daar die mense. En as jy daar afgaan, daar is dit ook probleem. Want ons die kant het geen toilet daar nie, en as ons daar afgaan, daar lyk dit asof dit hulle se besitting daaronder is. Ons het die krane hierso nie. En as jy ook water moet gaan skep, dan moet jy 'n stap om die water te gaan haal. Dis baie ongemaklik en ongerieflik vir mense wat omtrent na elke 5 jaar kies vir die mense wat daar op die stoele sit. Is dit vir ons baie moeilik. So ons soek toilettariewe, elektrisiteit, ons sien hulle is nou besig met die krag. Sien ons maar, daar is sprake van die gedeelte sal seker nie kry nie, en dis net die ander gedeelte, dis nou maar net kosers of ek weet nie, maar ons soek krag, elektrisiteit en beter huise. Kyk hier, die singhuise, soos ons kinders is ook besig om groot te word nou, en dis baie ongemaklik hier.
An Ochomise Niergendelaan has since formed in the meanwhile, and fed-up resident turned activist Rieta Shipanga explained that the residents living here would have to move and expounded on the city's plans to provide low-cost housing to residents living in shacks.
This area is also the one that is not having even the electricity, water, taps, and no toilets. They said City of Windhoek, I report also this area already, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. But they say these people must be standing up, because these people are sitting on the City of Windhoek land, and they must stand up. I was asking for City of Windhoek mayor, where are they going if they stand up from here? They say that City of Windhoek is not having a land, and this land is doing other things. So they must be standing up from here, and they cannot get the electricity, they cannot get the water, they cannot get the toilets here in this block. That was the problem that City of Mayor was saying. And I did also ask about the water taps and the toilets, electricity. If they are standing up, she said, they must stand up because they must build the houses here. They must be removed. But I was asking for City of Windhoek Mayor, if they will be removed, that where are they going? Because you are saying in Commerce region, in the capital city Windhoek here, is no land. And if it's no land here, but they are busy to build houses. Here in Achterland and Niergendeland, where are they building the houses? At which land are they building the houses? If they were care about of us, they would do to us something. Then they was doing first what I was asking is, let they leave the built houses and do that money that they want to build houses. Do the order in the houses, in these shake houses, and give us the ownership of these areas, so that we can try to build ourselves our houses. Because these houses, he said it is one sleeping room house is 96,000, and we must pay $669 per month in 25 years. 2 sleeping room house is 128,000. We must pay 1,200 per month in 25 years. But when I calculate this money, $669, it is 168,000 that we must pay to this one sleeping room. I ask, you said it's a $6,000 Namibian dollars. It's for one sleeping room. But why must we pay 168,000? So 68,000 is the free money that I'm giving to you. And when I calculate also the other one, with that one of 2 sleeping rooms, 1,200 per month, I calculate also that one. It is 360,000. But they said it's 128,000 for that one. As you also see in the TV and in the radio. They said so. But when I calculated, it's 360,000. I asked for mayor, must I give you 230,000 free? Why didn't you just tell us clearly everything that you are doing to us?
I wrote to the City of Windhoek and asked for some clarity about these matters.
The City of Windhoek did not and never have ignored the plight of residents in terms of provision of service delivery. That's actually our mandate, and we've been delivering or supplying or furnishing the residents with basic services all over the 30 years that's mentioned there. In retrospect, about 30 years ago, there was no such informal settlements in Windhoek. Maybe about 90% of them were not there. This was merely because of exodus of people from other towns migrating to Windhoek for greener pastures. And if I have to take you back about 15 years ago, we were about 200 residents in Windhoek. Now that figure has doubled. So the city used to service the residents of Windhoek with the manpower that we had 20 years, 15 years ago. The manpower and resources of the city has not increased. It has been the same, and we've been servicing that population of about 200 to 250 people. As we speak today, that figure has doubled or even tripled, meaning the same capacity that we currently have has to make sure that triple that amount has to be serviced. And then you find those people that illegally occupy unserviced land without municipal or council approval. Those people go settle at topographies that's not accessible, that you can't even bring services to those places. So it is a challenge that we have, it's a challenge that we're working on, and yes, there is solutions that we're looking at in order for us to bring at least services to those people and to dignify our residents.
Breaking news! Africa's new streaming platform is here. On tv2africa.com you can stream movies, live sporting events, radio and One Africa TV. The best part? There are no subscription, installation or license fees.
What? I can stream my favorite One Africa TV shows for free?
Yes, you heard right. Only standard data charges apply. Download the TV2 Africa app or visit tv2africa.com now and stream away. T's and C's apply.
June was Pride Month, and for those of us who aren't woke with the things, I spoke to one of the most creative and inspirational young Namibians I've met recently. Jay Aaron shares what Pride means to him.
I personally love Pride Month. I celebrate it throughout the year. I don't compromise on it. I always serve looks. I always create space and take up space for the queer community, whether it's in corporate, whether it's at a mall, whether it's at a business place or whatever. So that is how I celebrate Pride Month. And I think the fact that Pride Month is such a beautiful month where we commemorate a lot of people that fought for our rights, that it must be celebrated in each and every country across the globe, whether your country has legalized same-sex marriage or whatsoever. And I decided that I'm gonna put out a 30% discount, that's with my business, Makeup Artistry and Style Consultation, to celebrate the queer community and also like involve them with, you know, getting involved, beating the girlies here and there. So I ran a 30% discount for the month of Pride, where it was exclusively only for the queer community, because in our country, not a lot of queer people are celebrated as much as we are part and parcel of each and everything, be it corporate, be it entertainment, be it media, whatever. There is always a queer person behind some sort of thing within these industries. So I took it upon myself to do that, and yeah, there's a huge and a broad spectrum of us, like the rainbow. So all of us have that tiny bit of sparkle in it, and it is quite difficult to know and understand what, or identify what a queer person is, because there's obviously pronouns and there's obviously a certain way that you want to be addressed. So I think the best way for communities is to, you know, inquire and ask, and it is also up to us to educate people about, look, as much as you look like a female, it doesn't mean I want my pronouns to be she. I can be it, I can be they, whatever. So I personally feel like it is our responsibility as the queer community to also educate the people out this. But if you also have an interest in it, you should totally do it as yourself, because first and foremost, it is my human right to be respected by whoever and wherever I am. And not only that, I feel like we are not celebrated a lot in our country. It's more of a thing of you're tolerated. So I think we should really end that, and we should have people in place. We should have, you know, hospitals, medical places where these people are accepted and where they can get the treatment, because there's obviously still a lot of stigma around it. Like if I go like this to a police station now and say, no, my brother or my sister assaulted me, people won't take me seriously because of what I portray. When I was a young kid, I never had somebody to look up to that's queer or whatever. So to me, it was a thing of like, who am I? What am I? I don't want somebody to find difficulty in identifying who they is as a person, because want to be that person for the next person, because I never had it. And as much as we have a tiny bit of queer representation in our country, I want it to be 100%. I want queer people to work in the malls. I want queer people to be a medical doctor. I want a queer person to serve me in a restaurant, and there shouldn't be a problem with it. I don't want people to look at you weirdly, because that is what I want it to be.
Whilst the powers that be are hell-bent on sweeping truths under carpet, I got down and dirty and cleaned the outside of our office. Getting rid of your own dirt is an unpleasant business. This week on The Shift, I swept. Check this out. And with that, it's a wrap. Stay woke with It's a Wrap by following us on our social media pages. It's a Wrap Nam on Insta, It's a Wrap Namibia on YouTube, and It's a Wrap with Erica Gebhardt on Facebook.
What I have I given to you in the name of Jesus. Rise up and walk. Amen. 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 Victorious. Look what the Lord has done. 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 My God is alive. Hey, hey, hey.